I'm not only going to save you money, I'm going to help make you money. We're going to talk about touchless washing 101. Going to try to keep this brief as a drive-by. Folks, we're going to talk about a couple different machines here because we have to, and some options as well. But for the most part, we're going to talk about touchless washing philosophy. Mom and dad, your typical customers do not care about most of the things on your menu. I don't have time to mince words. They don't have time to care about your triple foam or this or that. They don't have time to care about anything that doesn't actually do something to your car, to their car. You are responsible for your menu, and you can make a menu look nice and expensive and luxurious and still keep it ultra brief. This is what most people are missing. Car wash owners have talked to other car wash owners for the past 2 decades, and it is the blind leading the blind, and they forgot who their customers were. They forgot what their customers care about, and they don't know what current society values, which is time. So we're going to get right into a few things. For you Pettit owners out there, you just need 4 passes. If you're doing 5 or 6 passes, you're not only wasting time, you're probably putting out a worse vehicle. Do you have any idea of how many of these car washes I go through? And in the 5 and 6 pass cases, my car is not as clean as a 4 pass. And here is, on this machine, and we'll apply this to other machines, here is sometimes the reason why. Your first pass, we'll get to pre-soaks. We'll touch on pre-soaks in a minute. But let's say you do a low-high setup. First pass is low, second pass is high, or a lot of people are using polymers and they're just doing a polymer one-step pre-soak. Either way, first pass, front to back, pre-soak. Second pass, same pre-soak or different pre-soak. Third pass, this is the way it should work. High pressure with the wax in it. This is critically important because Mr. Pettit knows, and he discovered or realized, I don't know how you want to say it, that when you use and inject any type of finishing product in your high pressure, guess what? It cuts that foam down to nothing. So not only are you cutting out passes by injecting your ceramic, your hot wax, your graphene or whatever in the high pressure, but most are missing part of the point, is that high pressure penetrates every nook and cranny of that car. And it penetrates every nook and cranny of that car with a finishing product. What do those finishing products do? They kill the foam, instantly kill the foam. So guess what? That third pass, the high pressure pass, goes over the car. There's not an ounce of foam on the car, not in any nook, cranny, or crevice for the most part. And that allows for a very easy spot-free rinse on your fourth pass, and you're out the door. Now, apply this to your wash world, your razor, your Hyperforce, or your PDQ, whatever the flavor you have. Same thing. Your pre-soaks, your high pressures. Some of these machines you can, some of these machines you can't. Inject the wax in the high pressure. Okay, now we're going to talk about triple foam in a minute. Again, inject the wax in the high pressure, cut down the foam, put a spot-free pass in, and boom, out the door. What a lot of people are doing with this 5-pass setup is they do the high pressure in the third pass, and then the fourth pass, they do some type of wax through the arms or through the triple foamer or through the rain bar, which you don't need, and that puts some type of wax on the car. Then your spot free comes around and it doesn't rinse the car real good. So they're trying to knock their 6-pass to a 5-pass. And guess what? The car isn't as clean because the waxes are sticking around. You have some foams here or there. It doesn't break as good because it doesn't penetrate like putting the wax in the high pressure. Wax in the high pressure works better in the field from everything I've seen. The cars come out great. But what about triple foam, Jason? Well, in most of these machines, what I would suggest, LED lighting has come a long way. You purchase some really good LED lighting, and you just use pre-soak through the triple foamers with your arms, and that could be on your first or second pass with putting pre-soaks through your arms. Again, depends on your machines, it depends on your functions, but this is usually best practice. So people see foam, and you can have it on the menu on the middle or the top package, just foam, not triple foam, just foam wash, and that white, beautiful foam, when you light it up with LEDs, turns the whole inside of the car, green, red, purple, whatever color you want to turn it. And it puts on a bit of a show. By the way, all those LEDs wash out your triple foam. So if you have triple foam on the car, usually LEDs wash it out and you can't really tell what's going on anyway. Not always, but often. Now, if you're purchasing, no matter what kind of machine you're purchasing, all these options, that's working against you in most cases because you just spent $2,000, $4,000, $8,000 on an option. Well, now you want to use that option. You don't want to waste your money, right? So now we're getting into sunk cost fallacy. I'm sorry you spent the extra money on it. Sell it or throw it away. Again, when I speak, it's not every single time, but for the majority of the times. Okay, most of the time, first of all, you probably don't need to buy it. Second of all, if you did buy it, if it's hurting your throughput, then don't use it. Save you a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of chemical. And the reason for this drive-by, for this minor rant, is because I go through so many washes and people give me the top wash and I'm spending more time in the wash and my car is not as clean because of what I've just told you. Back to pre-soak. So no matter what kind of machine you have, pre-soak is the first thing you want in the car. I know blasters are a really important thing and people want that because they don't have the power of some of the most modern machines. But here's what's really happening for those who never really took the time to kind of think about it a bit, is you're wetting the car down and you're taking those pre-soaks. Now you're diluting the pre-soaks to an extreme measure. So when you wet the car in any way with water, and then people may use reclaim or something like that or hard water because it's tied into the underbody or the side blasters or whatever, your first pass of pre-soak is going to do absolutely nothing. So your side blasters that just went after the lower part of the car, the dirtiest part of the car, you just made cleaning the car way, way, way worse. And what's the toughest thing to clean in touchless is film. How do you clean film? Chemical, dwell time, and concentration. Well, you just killed the concentration. You killed everything by wetting the car. So you want to get the pre-soak on a dry car. You can do that through CTAs. You can do that through creatively doing some arches. Just so you know, I do not suggest firing an arch when they're pulling in that's going to cover the windshield, because in the real world, people don't know where they're going and they're off center. It just ends in disaster. Again, just from experience, I wouldn't suggest that. Your first round is a pre-soak. A lot of you go with a low or a high. A lot of you go with a low. Your second pass is the same or a different pre-soak. So again, a lot of people go low and the second pass is high. Now here's the other thing to think about. Why do I talk about polymers? Because you can get half the dwell time of 2 chemicals or double the dwell time of 1 chemical. And with a really good polymer, not always, not every single location, but when you're doubling the dwell time of 1 really good chemical, 1 really good 1-step, your car is going to come out better. Dwell time is everything, especially for films, which we all know is the toughest thing to clean. Which, speaking of films, reminds me of your finishing products. Keep your finishing products lean. It needs to break. Most of these modern finishing products, your hot wax, your ceramics, or graphenes, are a drying agent that just inherently, again, this is a lot of polymer stuff, but in general, you shouldn't need drying agents if your finishing product is good. That is the drying agent as well. Let's cut out passes. Just need to have enough on so the car breaks, because if you're putting too much finishing product on and they have a monthly plan and or that finishing product cures slow, then that's how you get even tougher masking to get off the car next time, because they leave, they turn their wipers on, that finishing product is going to cure slow or it's really heavy, and then that mask is even harder to get off next time. And it'll never come off until they use a window cleaner and do it themselves. That being said, your average soccer mom, soccer dad just wants a relatively clean car. You're not always going to get the mask off. You're not always going to get the back perfectly clean. 80, 90% clean. If it looks way better than it did coming in, it's a win. Why am I telling you that? This is really important because A, keeping them in the bay longer with more passes isn't going to help get the car any cleaner. We just discussed that. You already wetted the car. Why another high pressure pass? Why triple foam? A conditioner that it may help the car be a bit shinier, but probably because your finishing product isn't very good. But again, we're just wasting time and we're not getting the car cleaner. We want the car cleaner. The way you get the car cleaner is having better and more dwell time in the first 2 passes. That's the only way the car's going to get cleaner. After those first 2 passes of dwell time or 1 pass of pre-soak, after that, after you put high pressure in the car, you're not getting the car any cleaner. For the most part, you're not getting the car any cleaner. Now you're just wasting time and chemical. Trying to save you money here. The way I'm explaining this, you're going to save money on chemical, you're going to save money on water, and you're going to process cars faster, and they're going to come cleaner. Why not do it this way? Well, that may go back to 20 years of car wash owners who don't know their customers and or your menu. This is why you want a brief menu. Bottom, wash, rinse, dry. Middle has your underbody spray, maybe a foam, and your top has your middle maybe has a sealant as well, and then you replace your sealant with a ceramic or graphene on the top and maybe put rust inhibitor or something else in the top, okay? Tire and wheel bright. That's when you're going to fire CTAs. And then have an icon at the top. Make the top pop. But folks, from a perspective from someone who has talked to hundreds of owners, the ones doing the highest volume have the briefest washes and the briefest menus. Have the briefest washes because no one has time to wait around. Now, when it comes to pricing, it usually doesn't matter. People are still getting pretty good prices, even for these brief menus. Personally, I like to be a little bit more aggressive on pricing. I'd rather see a lower average and higher volume. And here's why. Again, it's psychology. It's down to subconscious. The busier your site, the busier your site. The more people you get addicted, the more people you get on your monthly plan, then you can start creeping up your prices. In years 2, 3, 4, 5, you can be doing insane volumes and have a really high average. But to get there, You need to be a little bit aggressive in your pricing. Give them a crazy value. Get them in. Get your monthlies up there. Make it stupid simple for them to onboard. Now, again, does have a little bit to do with location, income, and different things like that. But don't get greedy. Get the volume. So that's a quick drive-by. You may hear the anger and the passion in my voice. The reason that is because my car is not as clean. When the wash is taking longer and my car isn't as clean, that makes me really angry. And in the real world, why are we slowing things down to put out an inferior car? People just want in and out of your wash with a clean car. Many of you will disagree. Totally okay. I'm just here to help you punch out volume and make a ton of money and build more car washes and make a ton more money. That's all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. And thanks for watching. Your time is the most valuable thing you own, and I greatly appreciate it.
Pull up, garden, green light. You've been waiting in the lead line all night for some rainbow soap and a perfume rinse, chasing shine like it's innocence. I see you scrolling while the brushes stall, paying extra just to watch it crawl. Colored bubbles, pretty little lights. Clock keeps ticking, water running by. Four passes, that's it, and I'm gone. Hit it once, hit it twice, then it's done. Spin it third, final spray, I'm through. Faster the wash, the happier the crew. Save your dreams for the late night schemers. Triple foam is for fools and dreamers. You want a light show? Buy a ticket. This ain't church, don't need a ticket to forgive it. I want clean glass, clear view, dry chrome. You can keep your carnival of foam. You call it premium, I call it slow. All the glitter in the overflow. You're buying colors that will never last. I'm buying back my time and gas. Four passes, that's it, and I'm gone. Hit it once, hit it twice, then it's done. Spin it third, final spray, I'm through. Faster the wash, the happier the crew. Save your dreams for the late night schemers. Triple foam is for fools and dreamers. I'm not here for your bubble parade. I got places to be, I got bills to pay. You paint the windshield, I'll chase the road. You chase the rainbow, I'll chase the load. Four shots, in and out, that's the art. Keep it simple, keep it smart. Four passes, that's